evening, Prakash and Subhajit. Sorry, I was actually thought that we'll start the session on Monday because we have again gap. So, but we can start today so that we will get the basic information about the Pega. Okay. So when we start the application, right, we should know about what is the different components which is makes the Pega application, right? So maybe some of the things are actually like on the, to work on Pega. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, Mukesh. Your voice is not coming properly. I mean,
Just a minute. Okay.
now it is fine, I guess. I mean,
Now it's fine.
no, the between sentence when you said just a minute, then it was pretty clear actually.
Oh, is it? Give me 1 minute. Okay.
Thanks. ఉందా భూమి ఉంది లేదా లేదు తీసుకొని నాదే ఉందా ఈ మూడు మాత్రమే ఉన్నాయి అంటే నువ్వు ఇయలేదు నువ్వు వేసుకోలేదు అసలు తెచ్చిన దాంట్లో పెట్టినాయి కదా నువ్వు పెట్టుంటే నువ్వే కదా అన్ని ఎత్తి పెట్టిందా నువ్వే
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So, like what I'm saying, actually, like before starting of the any software, you should know about what are the different components to make the application, and then we can learn about that particular tool. Okay. So, if you can see in the traditional world, actually, like which are the different application which are actually across the world. Okay, they use different application for different devices, and actually like their specific thing, if they have different applications to support a specific functionality, they develop one more application to do that. So actually, like if you say we have a website, mobile, and different CRM or BPM, they have different products to support different functionality within that, and they have their own requirements and business policy, performance monitoring, and different concepts on that. So Pega is actually like it's little different from that. You can see Pega is a unified architecture. So this is platform wise. This is a single place where you can have website, mobile, CRM can be enabled from a single platform. So you don't need to define it in multiple places. So all of them can be defined in a single place, and the complete system of record for all the different your mode of communication will be also in a single place, so that the system of record is single. You have all your requirement, policy, monitoring, analytics also in a single place, and the way of the communication is different. It can be enabled from mobile, it can be from CRM, or in a website based. Okay. So how Pega collaborate, right? So actually like you start with the business objectives in a Word or Excel, then you define the mockups. Okay. From the mockups, actually you design the dynamic case design, how the process will move. Okay. From that, there are some of the rules actually we need to define from the decision logic, assignment, UI, all the things will be start with that. And then finally, like system architect and other people will develop the different rules which is required to build your application. And finally, like it will be used by different users to use it, like business user portal, mobile portal, and there is also in integration wise also we can use that. So this is the map methods, and within the web service we can enable that into a web page as well. So these are the different platform. You can see business analyst domain, architect domain, and user domain, which comes actually part of that. So we're going to capture like how we're going to do the initial part of it. As an analysis domain, we are going to focus on during the course. So what's the role of a business architect? What's the main role of a business architect? Okay, so business architect actually normally is define your business objectives. Okay, and business requirements. They are actually like interact with the business users. Actually, like normally we know them as subject matter experts or key project stakeholders. Okay, to understand what their business need. Okay, what they need, what improvement they need, actually what the problem they are facing in the current system, what improvement they are looking for. So they actually like interact with subject matter experts and the project key holders to define the your objectives and requirement. And in normal world, actually like what happen is actually like business architect doesn't involve throughout the life cycle of the project. They involve during the requirement phase and they define the specification. The specification is given to the developer and they are going to learn from the specification and start building on that. And they don't involve in the build part of anything. And directly they start into the in the testing part. They help going to help the testers to define the testing criteria and all that. But they don't involve the throughout the solution development. But in Pega, actually like as a role of a Pega business architect, they involve the throughout the development. They need to involve in throughout the development. So if you see the red people, they are the business architect people. They are interacting with the so initially like there are multiple people you can see here. Okay, so there will be with the business stakeholders, they are the business users. Okay, so they are actually getting the business specification, objectives. Okay, and the SMEs, they are going to define the like a more refined way of specification, and then there will be NSA, system architect. They are going to develop the rules, and finally like the application will be created with that. Okay. So this is one more difference between the traditional business architect and Pega business architect. Okay. And what are the things actually that they do that? So they involve in initially like designing the objectives and requirements. Then they work with in the dissociation, in the elaboration phase. They define the specifications. They prepare the mock-ups. They prepare the case. They prepare the normal flow, which is actually required to be part of that. And then they interact with the system architect during the implementation phase to so that whatever they are going to develop, actually they are actually like based on the need or requirement, they are building it up. And finally, once it was developed, they are going to develop the with the testing team to make sure that actually like what was developed is properly tested and it was understood by the tester to test it as well. Okay, so these are the different way where the role of a business architect will play in case of Pega application. Okay, so in Pega application normally we design there are 4 type of participants. Okay, case worker, case manager. So they are the actual user of your application, and then you have case designer. There the business architect and system architect will come into that. So case worker is yeah.
What is a case?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. So we'll come into that case as well. So what is a case? Okay. You know about the BPM, right? Business Process Management.
Yeah.
During my demo, actually like I told about the case. Okay. Actually like I told, right, if you're going to an hospital, you are actually like end-to-end process. Case is nothing but end-to-end business process. So in case of insurance, like how you are going to create your policy, so that it will be end-to-end case. How you are going to handle the claim, that will be a separate case. How you are going to detect the fraud, so that will be a separate case. How you are going to open a new account in bank, so this is a one case. How you are going to like interview a candidate, okay, so that actually another case.
Okay.
So they are the different participant on your, this is the we can say actually case is nothing but as in business case, actually business process which will be required to accomplish one of the business functionality.
So it can be a business need or business scenario for which we are going to develop the solution.
Yes, that's right. So if you say out of office, leave request, expense voucher, appraisal, okay, onboarding, so different are actually like all are different cases. Okay, training requirement.
Okay.
So there are the different cases which will be we can put onto the HR requirement. Okay. Yeah. So the case worker who are the person who is actually going to work on different cases. So they are going to create the case, they work on the case, and so normally like case worker are your service center, the BPO guys who are going to handle the call centers. They are going to process on the work, are on actually like that on the case worker. Case manager are actually like they are going to monitor the case worker. Okay, how they are performing, all the cases are there, work are assigned properly, there are deadlines, goals are missed. Okay, and also they generate the reports as well. And then the design.
Mukesh, I have a
Yes.
small doubt. The case
Yes, Shivaji.
participants means the case, case worker means is a system architect or is the person who is working on that. Suppose it's an insurance claim, he will lodge
Yeah.
that claim into the, he will design that part, correct?
Yes, that's right.
That means
So case,
system
no. Case worker are who is actually going to use your application.
Okay, is the actual user.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Case worker are nothing but actually like case user, worker or user. They are the actual user of your application.
Fine.
Okay. Manager are who is going to manage them. Okay. So Pega provide different portal for each one of them. For case worker, there is a different portal. Case manager, there is a different portal. For business architect, and there is a different portal. For system architect, there is a different portal. Okay. For each user, Pega has defined a different portal, and you can define your own custom portal based on that as well. Okay. So this is the way actually case worker, the actual user who is going to define and use the case. Manager is going to responsible for monitoring the different case worker. Business architect, which I told now, actually like they are going to main the person who is going to define the objectives, requirements, and then how the system should behave. Okay, all the specification going to be done by business architect, and then for any technical skills is required, so that will be done by system architect. Okay. So in Pega, actually like you can see, normally Pega application doesn't use actually like for standalone things. So they follow the organization structure. So within that, if you can see, normally Pega works in this structure: organization, division, and unit. Because organization have different structure. They can have multiple division. They can have multiple units within the division, right? So if you say one company is there, so if you say it's like a bank, okay, bank has one headquarter, okay, they have multiple branches across the country. They have some contact center to help the telephony. They have some development center to support the development work. Okay, so they actually you can say across they have multiple things within the organization. They have also like if you can say region wise. So it's really like they have US, Europe, Latin America, Asia, Middle East, Southeast Asia, right? So they have region wise also. You can divide the division or unit in the based on that as well. So that mainly Pega comes into the three structure: organization, division, and unit. And within the unit, you can have multiple subunit as well. So that actually one more unit level we provide that. So this is the structure Pega follows for most of the time actually on that. Actually like it's also not mandatory. Actually you can create your own structure as well. This is Pega's initially structure which comes by default. Actually it's not also mandatory that you should follow the same structure. If you want, you can create your own structure as well. Because some of the organization structure is very complex, which cannot come into these three different like organization, division, and unit. You cannot accommodate with that. So you can create your own layer of structure within your organization as well. So normally, like if you can see, there is an organization that can have multiple division. Each division can have multiple unit. Each unit has associated with multiple operators. Okay, and then operators has access to the work basket and also work group. So this is the two concepts we'll talk on later as well. What is work basket and work group? So okay, for each individual user there's some work are assigned, so that will be part of his own work list. Okay, so that actually if it is individually assigned to a single person, that will be called as work list. If it is assigned to a queue, like is if like you can say basket, so you have like if you have a basket full of fruits, right? The fruits can be picked from that. So if you say you don't know which fruit you want to take, so there is a basket of fruits, you want to take that fruit and you want to eat it. So that actually you can say that is the work basket. So if it is like you have multiple work baskets now, in one basket you have banana, one basket you have apple, in one basket you have grapes, right? So if you are associated, you can eat only banana. If you are associated with one work basket, you can eat only one banana, right? You cannot get from apple or grapes. So that is the like to solve that concept like work group. So that actually that work group can associate with multiple work basket. So you can, if you say if you want to work from the banana or if you want to work from grapes, what you want to eat, you can take the work from any one of the work basket. So operator mainly belongs to work group. Okay, there is no relationship between operator and work basket. Operators are mainly associated with work group. Okay, and work group is associated with work basket. Many work basket can be part of a one work group. Okay, so this relationship actually you will understand. Yeah,
Mukesh, a bit confusion.
I
I'm
know,
just
I
lost
know.
a bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
actually,
just example.
that's why.
Suppose me, Prakash, and you are working in a company. For an
Yeah,
example, okay.
yeah,
Now suppose me and Prakash are at the say same level, and you are a approver, or in the hierarchy you are at the top level. Okay.
right. Yeah,
Now in that case, suppose I mean now in from that aspect, how can this work group and work basket is different from? So me and Prakash are of same work group and you are in a different work group, or I mean
yeah,
just a live example if you can give. I mean from the organization perspective. Yeah.
yeah. So this is like then one more example actually like on the same thing. If you see one you have organization, okay, you have one division, okay. So a division belongs to organization, okay. Then you have one unit, unit belongs to one division, okay. So let's okay, you want the example, okay. So let's see, like I've given you the example for bank, right? So in a bank, okay, you have a branch, okay. Within the branch, you have actually also multiple teams, okay. So one will be like supporting, like you can refer them as a unit, okay. One will be doing the internet banking, one is doing with the DMAT, one is doing the loan, okay. Another is doing the some other operation. Okay. So now if you say one is the branch manager will be there, right? So you can be part of only one of the team. Like either you will be part of the loan or it will be part of the DMAT or internet banking or tailoring of that, right? So like if you say someone is come for any financial request, like someone will come from any loan, so he will going to talk to you. So any request which will be going to generate, okay, he sent the request, so you get the details and then you create a case for him, right? So in the background might be it's like they will not going to work after that, so might be there is another team in the back office who is going to take the work from them, okay. So the work will go to the another team from there, so in the back office, so they will check your case, okay, the person is working like that, okay. So like if you say it's moved to the work basket and the work basket is associated with a work group. Okay. So here I'm actually multiple users have access to the work group. So he can pick the work of. So if you can see the same work basket, one other person have came for address change. Okay. So you have not assigned to any specific person, you move it to a work basket. So there is a separate work basket for address change, separate work basket for a loan. Okay. In the back office, they're the same team. who has access to both of them. So either one of the person can work any one of them in the work group.
So if I go from bottom up approach, then one single person will have one operator ID. That
Yes.
operator ID will be linked to a particular work group. Might be that can be your
Right.
own group or whatever your responsibility is. Now
That's right.
your now that particular work group have a link to the work basket.
Multiple work basket.
Either, I mean, one to many. One work group can have access.
Yes, that's right.
One to many work baskets. So that means,
Yes.
suppose there are 2 or 3 persons associated with a particular work group, then
Yep.
if that now the work basket to whom that particular work group is associated with, all 3 people can work on the cases which are there in that particular work basket.
Yes, actually, see, they are actually person are associated with the work group. Okay.
Right.
So whatever the available in the work group, they are able to work.
Yes.
So
yes.
all the work basket which is associated with that work group, the person it is available to all the person who is associated with that work group.
Okay.
If it is not associated, the work basket is not associated with the work group, the person will not have access to that work basket as well.
Ah, okay. Okay, understood.
Okay. So this is like we'll come into the this is the initial one. So some of the things which when we do in practical way, you will understand it in a better way. So this will be little bit confusing in the first class, but I introduced this because this will give you in in afterward class you will able to understand in a better way. So I've introduced this one initially because I know this will give you some confusion like how this is happening and all that. So but it will help you in longer term. Actually, like in future classes, it will help you how you are doing it. Okay.
Okay.
So this is some of the things we should be know about that work group, work basket, division, unit, organization, operator ID, and there will be manager on each of the level. Okay. And then we have a calendar. Okay. What do you mean by calendar? So Pega maintain a business calendar. Okay. What do you mean by business calendar? Actually, like we say, because we are creating an enterprise application, there will be like working days and working holidays. Okay. So like in Middle East, they work from Sunday to Friday and Saturday there will be holiday. So they work from Friday to Thursday, Sunday to Thursday. And actually like many part of the world actually like this Monday to Friday, but only Middle East they give holiday on Friday and Saturday. So that is like you can decide that what is your working days from that. Okay, what is the work timing? Okay, what is your holidays? All the things we can maintain in calendar rule. Okay. So normally that is we called it business calendars, not the normal calendar. It's business calendars in Pega. Okay. So that actually will give you how the work will be assigned to a person. Okay. So this is the different concepts which we on the organization and the work structure. Okay. Now Pega also one more structure in the application wise structure. Okay. So that actually like Pega we call it situation layer cake. So what is that means that have you knowledge of inheritance OOPS concept anytime?
Yes.
Okay. So inheritance actually plays a major role in Pega because that gives the reusability. So if you see it here, so normally like Pega has the initially like you have the Pega BPM framework. So if you say you are working on a insurance application, okay, you have different products, general insurance, motor, travel, home, pet, okay. So if you see now actually what we did it, actually we created a situation layer cake. So if you say the initially we have the Pega rule as a base layer, okay, and then we have organization level framework and all the policy related framework which are actually like if you can say motor, travel, home, pet. So there are some common things will be there like how to get the customer detail, how to get the policy documentation, okay. how you are going to create the claim, and all the details are common between the four. So all the common things we can put into the policy framework. So that can be reused across four of them. So if you say that is 30% each one of them, so that actually we can say now we have created the 30% policy framework here, and this has become 70, 70, 70 here. So in place of 400, that becomes 310%. Right? So the work is getting reduced by the reusability things. So this is actually like the structure wise, actually like we have different classes, and based on the inheritance, we provide the reusability. Okay, and also we give it the like region wise. So if you say UK wise, we have something which is common for UK side, we put it a UK one, and that like for Singapore common things we're going to put into the Singapore. For US one, we are going to put into the US part of it. So this is actually like we call as framework layer and the enterprise class structure. So Pega maintain, just a minute. Go to gate को ढक दी. Okay, so we'll actually when we create the application, I will give you more explanation actually how this is going to support on that. So if you say like if you are looking for a rule, okay, so if you say which is common one, so first actually if you say you are creating a general motor policy, so if it is a common thing, so it will check it first here, it doesn't find it here, then it will check it here, it doesn't find it here. So in policy framework it is available, so it will find it here, then it will return from the policy framework itself. If it is still like a very generic to motor, it will find it in the motor itself. That actually will not going to reuse. Okay, so it is actually situation based. We are going to use the layer on that. So normally this is actually we refer as situation layer cake. Okay, so it provides the reusability. We'll come into that when we create the application. You will understand more about it.
Okay, so during practical we will get to know. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So this is like in the first glance, you will not actually like get it. So on when we are going to do the actual concept on the practical way in Pega, I'll explain you once again on this one. Okay. Yeah. Next thing actually we call it security, right? So once we this like to enable it, so you have an operator. Okay. So how actually like if you say you are going to log in on the first time, how will you get to know actually you have multiple applications, okay? You have multiple users, like one are actually developer, one is business architect, one is the manager, right? You have different things. So how you're going to differentiate, actually say login screen, you have one user ID, right? And password. So how you're going to distinguish that, which application I'm going to use, okay? What are my role? What are the different privileges or functionality access I have, okay? So that Pega has actually different structure for it. So this is actually we call it security feature in Pega. Okay, there is an access group. So first when you log in into the system, it checks the access group. What access group you are belongs to. From access group, it checks that okay, you have access to this application. Okay, then from the application, it actually like okay, it will give you the access to the one application. Then from access group, it checks that what role you are going to perform. Okay. And there are some other rules. Actually, check that privilege, condition, whatever things you can do based on the access role rule. Okay. And then you can get the access of different rules which is available in Pega application. So depend on that. So access group and the access role play the major role what user is going to do. So if it is the developer, he is going to get the access group of developer. So once he logs in, he will get the developer portal for that. So if it's a user, he is going to get the access group of user, and he will get the portal of user. And the same thing for business architect and manager as well. So this is actually like we can get the initial view when you log in based on the access group and access role. You will going to define that which application you are going to use and what you are going to do. What are the different roles access you have? We decide from the this structure. Okay. This will again actually come into the when we are going to discuss the actual practical. You will understand it more. Okay. Yeah. So the next thing is the how you are going to implement your product, right? So normally when the Pega projects is going to develop, they mainly use the different methodology to do it, like waterfall. So waterfall is the old method which is actually happening in multiple companies, okay, which is changed to Scrum, so Agile, okay. So normally most of the company are moved to the Agile one, okay, and many company face problem actually like they can't go to waterfall or they can't go to Scrum directly. So they go for actually the Pega has given their own BPM method we call as Pega BPM. Okay. So in this you can see that it follows the same structure, initiation, inception in the waterfall approach, but elaboration and construction go into the agile method. So that is the you can say hybrid method of waterfall and Scrum. So we're going to see how we are going to do this part as well in our course. Initiation, inception, elaboration, construction, transition and go live. This is the 5 stage of Pega BPM. So we'll cover that up in the classes as well. And this is the like one simple example for hybrid. Actually many companies use don't go for waterfall, Scrum or other things. They follow their own methodology for development. So this is the main thing which we have. So this is not required. Okay. So this is the initial introduction about the some of the components which will be going to help to understand in Pega in a better way. So let's actually you will to talk about this application. So once actually like if you see you will get a link to download the software. Okay. So you will see a zip file, okay. So that will contain you this structure, okay. So first actually when you are going to do that, you need to click on install, okay. Once you click onto the install, it will give you a window. There you need to keep some next, you need to give the port number. Actually by default it will take the port number. If something is running on that port, you need to change that out, okay. So you will get that one, okay. Then it will going to install you in a software in your C drive, PRPC personal edition. That folder will come. It will install you the JRE, the Java JRE part. It will install the database, that is Postgre database, okay. And then it will be going to the your web server, that is the Tomcat, okay. So this is actually in personal edition we come across this structure. It actually only for Windows, okay, and Postgre and Tomcat is the web server for that. And apart from that, actually in normal world, actually there are other um, applications are available. So we'll talk about that. So this is about the personal edition. There is one more edition we call as enterprise edition, okay. Okay, so you can see the personal edition is Windows, Tomcat, Postgre database, okay, and then enterprise edition comes with a different web server. We have Tomcat, WebSphere, WebLogic, JBoss, okay. So you can and the operating system wise also ZOS, Linux, Windows, Solaris, and database wise also we have DB2, Oracle, Postgres, and SQL Server. So we can have any combination, like we can go for WebSphere, Windows, Oracle. You can go for ZOS, DB2, JBoss, or WebLogic. Any combination if all is possible in the enterprise edition. Okay. But in there is one limitation. Actually, like it's in personal edition, we have only these options. By default, we can't change that option also. And once you click it in installed, you will see the three icons in your desktop like this: startup, shutdown, and login. Okay, and then once you click, you will it's installed successfully for you. You click onto the startup button, it will start logging for doing the download for you. Okay, and then you will get the once it is successfully server will start, you will get this message: or Apache Catalina startup server startup in this millisecond. So this is actually like you see that your server is started successfully and or your Pega is now ready to start. So click onto the login option. Okay, it's already logged in, that's why it came into their place. So normally it will come into the login option here, and you need to log in with administrator@pega.com at the first time. Okay, so first time you need to log in with administrator@pega.com, and default password is install. Okay, so in administrator@pega.com and install. So that it will give you your Pega application. So this is actually your Pega application looks like. Okay, you have this is actually mainly we called as Designer Studio or Developer Toolbar. So once you log in with the first time, this will give you the feel of Designer Studio. Okay, so for tomorrow's class, we're going to continue on this to see how the different portals are available for different users. Okay, so we're going to stop now today, and we'll continue again tomorrow on actually how the applications are there in the Pega. Okay, what are the different portals available are there, and we'll talk about the Designer Studio and Pega Express portal. What the use of both portal, what are the different fields and rules are there in this. We'll see that one. Okay, from that onwards, actually we'll continue then what is objective requirements in future classes as well, and what is the DCO will also in the final hours we'll see how DCO and elaboration construction phase move on to make on Pega. Okay. So there actually like in the first glance, actually I'll give you that what are the different blocks which we are going to cover in our classes. Okay. So which we should know about the before starting the Pega, we should know about the initial concept of that.
Yeah, one more thing. This is Muni Prakash. I have some questions. I can ask now.
Yes, Prakash. Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Now I think whatever we discussed, that operator ID. This simply that operator ID is a business user who is performing the task, and
Yes.
we can pull the task from his work basket or assign to them. And it is the same way it will works for our work assigning in our development as well. Correct?
Yeah.
If you want to develop anything, the particular users can pull the case and they can work on it. Correct?
No.
Yeah.
See, there is a difference. There is a difference. Okay. So if you say like a business user is not going to develop anything, they are the actual user of your application. What you are going to build. Okay. The business user is going to just use your application.
Okay.
So they are actually going to actual case. Okay. And the like your developer, what you are going to build actually just for testing. Okay.
Okay.
So whatever that you are going to be the developer. Yeah. Yes.
And we will come across the live examples for it, and we will see in our application as well. Correct?
Yes, that's right. We'll see that one. Actually, how you can go for routing, and then we'll create that one, and real time how that happen. Also, we'll see that.
Okay. And one more thing, you can show what is our plan for the completion of the course. What are the things? I got the syllabus. That is the old syllabus, which is 7.1 syllabus. Now we are going for 7.2.1. So you can show what are the things we will cover. What is our agenda, and we have the 4 or 5 columns, and what are the columns we will cover coming classes. That means what is our date planning for the for the first
Yeah.
module, second module, third module, fourth module, and what is our plan, so that accordingly what are the exercises we will do. You can give the brief introduction to our upcoming classes, so it will be good for us. We can prepare for it as well.
Sure, Prakash. Actually, I'll actually some of the things actually, yeah. I thought actually I'll make the plan for that, but sometime actually what happens is actually like some of this, yeah, it's actually always good to have a plan. Okay, I have that week-wise plan, so I'll just make it into day-wise one, so that will be better. Okay, so I'll
Fine,
circulate that
fine,
one on by Monday.
fine.
Okay.
And we have the class on Monday or next day, tomorrow we have the class.
No, no, no. Weekend we don't have any class. Okay, we have 5-day
Okay, that
classes.
means so. Okay. Okay, that means we'll start from Monday to Friday. It will
Yeah.
continue for 1 month. That is the plan, I think.
Yeah, it will take more than 1 month because sometime actually we Saturday, Sunday we are making off. So it take yeah,
Yeah.
1 month, 1 week like that. It will be over by that. So might be like February, yeah, March first week will be over by that.
Yeah, you have any previous classes which you given, so like previously one Rahul is there, he will prepare one Excel sheet and he will write the what are the classes we covered and what is the syllabus is
Mm-hmm.
pending and what are the any exercise we want, we can ask him so that he will
Okay.
include, so that we will go,
Sure.
do the same process.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'll do that one. Okay, Prakash. No issues in that. I made it in for weekly basis. That I told. Actually, I need to convert into a daily basis.
Yeah, yeah, fine, fine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Mukesh, two
Yes, Shubhajit.
questions.
Yep.
Two questions. First one is very basic. It might sound
Mm-hmm.
silly as well. In the
Okay.
initial slide, you said the system of record, that is one layer, and on top of that there is a Pega BPM layer. So does it mean system of record is a different system and Pega is going, Pega is doing the interface with them? Because Pega don't have their
Yeah.
own database, right?
No, it's not like that. See, when actually I gave you the system of record in that, right? So if you see,
Mm-hmm.
most of the application actually in today's world have uh, mainframe or AS400 as the source.
Correct.
Okay. So this is actually like if you can see, like they
Yeah,
are,
yeah.
so they are actually going to integrate with the other system to get the data.
Okay.
So that actually like your system of record will be, so most of the time actually Pega is actually like not the system of record.
Yeah, yeah. So it does the interface with the legacy system or whatever,
Yes,
where
right.
the,
So we like going to integrate with the web service. So it may be like REST or JSON or SOAP, any method of
mm-hmm.
that integration is
Mm-hmm.
possible in.
Okay, okay.
I think actually I rushed up the last slide, so there actually I covered that up. So here you can see that. So you can see the system of record we are connecting with the connect and service. So there are
Right.
different methods of connection and services
Connection.
are available, and then you are
Oh,
getting the data, and we are processing that one.
oh, okay, 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 okay. And in the Pega BPM methodology,
Mhm.
we learned that uh, in particular this methodology, BA has to get involved during the development as well. Entire end to end of the each phases
End
of
to
the
end,
project development.
right?
During development, the elaboration means it is, sticking to the developer and just checking whether they are developing the correct thing or to make them understand what they have to do.
No, that in the design itself, like what should be the business process, how they can going to design the flow, what the business rule they are going to introduce, how they are going to introduce.
So flows normally defined by the essays, right? Along with the B. For each
Yeah,
cases at the step level, you have those flows. So the flows are created by essay in the
like,
system, correct?
like see, what actually happened in Pega in now, right? You're designing the case, okay?
Right,
Case consists
right,
of stages. Stages consist
correct,
of processes.
right.
Okay, so now actually like in the future classes you will learn about that. So
Okay.
what is the like the flow you are going to create, right? So that is
Mm-hmm.
the one of the process you are going to create. So actively
Mm-hmm.
Pega will create the flow for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the same
Correct.
flow will be used by the SA to develop further.
Okay. 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 So during our practical also we will learn how to develop the flows as well in the case.
Yes,
Or
that's
in
actually how you're going to create the case, how you're going to create the stage, process, okay?
flow.
That thing you're going to understand as well.
Flows as well, as per the process
Yes,
flows.
yes,
Okay.
right. How you're going for flow modeling, data modeling, UI modeling, all the things will be covered up.
Great. Sounds good. Okay. And one more thing, this is not to you, Mukesh, this is to Ashok. So Ashok will be getting all these training decks and the recordings. I mean, he will email us. I
Yes,
assume, right?
he will email you. Yes.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You will get the recordings and the PPTs, and you will get the questions. Yep.
Okay.
And like one exercise, actually guide as well.
Okay. Good. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll meet again. So from Monday onwards, we'll start at 7:30, right?
7:30 means Indian time.
Yes, 7:30 Indian time.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay. So actually, we'll start at 7:30.
7:30 to 8:30 or 9:30.
8:30, 1 hour only. Actually, if you put 2 hours, then it will be over by 15 days. So we'll go for 1 hour only. So that will give you like
Okay.
a good pace on that. So by February end, we'll able to complete it. Okay.
Yeah, we can make it into 8 o'clock then.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Will it be fine?
Maybe
So
I can
8
discuss
to
the
9.
same with Ashok.
Oh, okay. You can check that out. Okay. Okay. You can check the
Yeah.
timing.
So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Superjit is fine with any time.
No. I mean, I have a constraint because actually my preferable time was in the morning, because considering my office timing, my client timing, and the distance I travel from my office to home.
Yeah, you are
So
staying in Salt Lake or Newtown?
I stay in Howrah, sir.
Okay.
Aura,
My
okay,
office is
then it's
not
very far.
so
I worked in
yeah,
Calcutta for 1 year
oh,
Okay.
okay.
in
Good
TCS.
to know. So my
Cool.
home to office travel one way is 28 kilometer.
Oh my goodness.
Up to 8 only your buses will be there.
Yeah. So that's why I mean 8:30 to 9:30 is a bit problem for me. So I was suggesting maybe 7 to 8 or 7:30. Even in the morning, I think Prakash will have a problem in the morning session. But I will. Uh,
No problem. You can tell any time as per our Mukesh times, we will fix to it.
oh,
Yeah,
great.
morning time actually. Morning I'm not free. That's actually like I'm already doing two batches. Yeah. So that's why
Okay,
actually we
fine.
planned for, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I had a discussion with Ashok on the same. So he said that might be he'll try to adjust and he'll check. So maybe during these 2 days, I'll discuss with him, because our next class is have after 2 days, and then we can finalize the timing. I mean,
Yeah.
but
So
Prakash,
that's
you are
like
also.
actually Ashok checked with me that I told like evening 7:30 to 8:30, and he told that like you can able to do your in office itself, you will attend and you will go to home after that.
Yeah, that's my plan was, but preferably agar, if it is in the morning, then it would be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
one more thing,
maybe.
Mukesh.
Yeah. Yes,
Coming to
Prakash.
our project, this actually in presently we are doing this business analyst. Fine now. Now actually
Yeah.
in Scrum or Agile projects, we will not have business analyst. We have product owner. Correct?
Yeah. Product owner. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Then at that time, presently I think our Pega is related to Agile. Coming soon,
Mm-hmm.
it will be the only Agile model. It will now discontinue Pega BPM and it will continue with Pega Scrum. Correct?
Right.
Now there the hierarchy will be like only developers, testers, and analyst, in the sense business analyst or product owner itself he is acting as an, because my question is
Mm-hmm.
product owner, it can be like a business perspective, he can be a SME,
Yeah.
but he is
So
not aware of our cases and process.
right. Right. So if you
So
see,
you
you
can
need
tell
an SME. you need an SME, okay, you need an Scrum Master, okay, and then you need some product owners. So the product owner actually will, which actually can be a BA or it can be an SME.
Yeah, mostly we cannot say our business analyst can be a product owner, because we cannot get the subject same like the SME, which is working already from some experience in that application, particular application.
Right.
And we know that what is the layout, framework, design, and we know our application because we are from Pega side.
Yes.
So this in Scrum team, that 5 to 7 people we include in that Scrum team, or we will be included in product owner's leg. Actually, we are. Yeah, we are working in product development itself. We are in implementation. So we should count in Scrum team, or we will be counted in product. Basically, in Scrum methodology, we don't have business analyst role, but we cannot equal to product owner as well, because we don't have that much knowledge with that application, and we are from Pega side. So we'll comes into Scrum team then.
So you are following this your user stories and all that, like sprint wise?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So who is actually like resolving your queries?
SME.
SMEs.
He is the product owner.
Okay, he is the product owner. And who is designing the specifications?
Specifications is designed by him. He only develops, but he will give for me for the. Here the process is like not like that, but we are following the Agile process here. But we are not following in Pega. It will be different. We don't have business analyst role, and
yeah. So now
so
if
we should act.
Yeah, for your case, the SME is playing the role of that.
Yes.
Right. So that's actually like he's playing the like your role of product owners as well as your business analyst role within that. So
okay, but in coming to our. Yeah, in Pega BPM we have business analyst role, or we don't have. Presently, you are working in this company, correct? What is the hierarchy?
Yeah, we have actually like the role of business analyst in that.
Okay, that means business analyst. We are following a hybrid model, which it's how project manager.
Right. You have project manager.
We have the.
And there are actually like nowadays actually there are more roles also coming up, right? Solution architect, data architect. So that also
delivery manager.
Yeah. Release manager. So normally like if you say so configuration manager. So there are different roles are associated now.
Yeah, you can tell our hierarchy in Pega application side itself. It will be good for us to know what are the ins and outs is there.
Yeah. Normally we are actually following the waterfall approach. I mean our project as of now. Yeah.
Okay.
So there actually if you can see normal in my project we are following the waterfall approach. We are not following the because see what happens is normal world, right? Actually like if you're going with just a Pega project, you can follow the like elaboration like Pega BPM or Scrum for that. But if you have a hybrid one, right? Like if you have some legacy system, you have warehouses, you have Oracle applications, Java applications, you have delivery applications separately, right? And Pega you're just maintaining for a workflow. So you can't integrate every requirements and objectives just central to your Pega part of it.
Okay, fine. That means we are following open UI framework.
Yeah. Sorry?
We are following a hybrid, that means open UI.
Yes.
That IBM model.
That actually you're saying the iterative one?
Yeah, iterative plus this legs like 4 legs which you told that inception, elaboration, construction, and this will comes into open phase.
Yeah, that is the RUP approach, the iteration approach you are saying about, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's depending on the different company, it actually follows the different structure for project methodology. And that this is actually not much included as part of the BA role. This is a separate certification we call as DCO architect.
Okay.
We provide
Okay,
one more
yeah. I got it.
we
We are
provide one more
related to.
certifications for that. As a part of the BA, we don't concentrate much on the project methodology. Okay.
Yeah,
So if you see like, yeah. So it depends on which methodology you are going to use. We are going to follow that.
Okay, fine, Mukesh. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Prakash. Thanks a lot, Subhajit. So we'll meet
Thanks,
again on
Mukesh. Thanks.
Monday.
Monday. Yeah. Thanks, Mukesh.
Yeah, Mukesh, you can share your mail ID to us.
I'll check with Ashok and Monday I'll share with
Okay,
you.
fine. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Mukesh. Thanks, everybody. Good night.